Hi there guys, it is Sincerely here and welcome back to the channel. So today I am back with another video for you all, and can you guess what I'm building today? Today I am building a house. I know, surprise, surprise. Oh my goodness, wow. But here we are building a house, and this is actually something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. Like honestly, probably since I started building in The Sims, because I had saw some other people do this like when I first kind of like started building, and I was like, you know what? Your girl needs to do this sometime. So, your girl has done it. It's basically kind of like a motorhome in a sense. It's not exactly like the fancy motorhomes with like tires and wheels and like a trailer thing. Like I've seen some people do that where they like get the trailer thing from one of like the sim games and then they like put it underneath. I don't know how they do that, but whatever. They do it somehow and it's really magical and awesome. So, hey, there's that. But this is not exactly your typical motorhome. Um this house kind of is it is a sturdy house. It doesn't have wheels or anything. It doesn't move, but it is kind of cool because it's like kind of one of those like I don't know, it looks like a motorhome from the outside. Like you could go up to that and be like that is a motorhome or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, I imagine this home kind of being in some sort of kind of I don't know what you call it, just kind of like some sort of woodsy place where like there's not a lot of civilization, I guess. But like you go and there's like a small town. I don't know. That's what I imagine. But this is built in I'm pretty sure it is in Burlington. Oh my God, Burlington Coat Factory? No. Who is she? No, we are building this in Brindleton Bay, not not the Coat Factory. So yeah, that is where we are building this home. And for the first time in this build, I kind of experimented more with terrain tools, as you guys can see here. As you guys can see from right now, there's not much terrainy tools going on. I just kind of terrained it a little bit, but I didn't do a lot of it. But later on, I do add some more terrain tools. I've had kind of a love-hate relationship with terrain tools my whole simming career because I never built in The Sims 3 because I always wanted to use the train tools and I never knew how to, and it was a whole obstacle course. So I'm kind of slowly training myself to use terrain tools, and I think I'm getting somewhere. I'm not exactly perfect at it, but I'm getting there. But with this house, I wanted it to be like kind of built into like the mountain kind of thing because like there's kind of like a mountain behind this house, so I kind of wanted it to be like within that, and it's of course in the woods, so it's kind of like has that naturey vibe, you guys. Like Bob Ross's painting who, like, oh my goodness. So we are in Brindleton Bay, as I keep repeating, and I just love this house a lot. Like I literally like if I had to like buy a house, like this would probably be a house I would buy. This is probably like my dream house. Like as silly as that sounds, like yeah, it's tiny and everything, but that's what I want, you guys. Like I love tiny houses. And I also let me talk really quickly. Wait, hold on. Let me put this in before I forget. But I kind of built this in celebration of Sims 4 tiny stuff. What tiny living? Tiny living. That's what it's called. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it's called. But tiny living. So I kind of built this in celebration of tiny living because tiny living is a new expansion pack, or not expansion pack, a new stuff pack we got with the game. So I really wanted to kind of I don't have the expansion pack myself, but I wanted to build a tiny home. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to build a tiny home and it's going to be great and all. And so, yeah, that's just kind of what I do here. And obviously, it is pretty darn small. I don't know if it fits in within the requirements of an actual tiny home in the Sims 4 Tiny Stuff Pack. I don't know, because there's like three different tiers of it. So I don't really know. I didn't count the tiles, so I'm not really sure. I couldn't be bothered to do that. So, there's that. But this is, I would assume, a tiny house. And from my perspective, it's a tiny house. So, yeah. But this is, as I was saying, this is kind of like my own virtual dream house. Like, I just really like it a lot. I would love to live in a tiny house when I'm older because I just think they're so freaking adorable, and like living somewhere out in the middle of nature, but somewhere that's like close to civilization, so I can like go to my nature spot and just like have my nature home, and then go to the city and then have my city, and just like it's the whole mix. And I imagine, I don't know why, maybe people have mentioned this before, but like when I was building this home, I imagined this to be like right outside Portland, Oregon or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because like motorhomes and like tiny homes are like kind of a hipster thing. I'm not really sure, but I imagine this being like outside of Portland, Oregon or something. something. I don't know, but I'm also writing a story about in Portland, Oregon, so that may be also why I'm obsessed with Portland, Oregon, and why I was thinking about it at the time. But yes, maybe we're in Portland, Oregon, and not Brindleton Bay. Who knows? But yeah, so right now. I'm just working on the exterior of the house, as you guys can see, and I put up this yellow siding on the outside of the house, and I really love that. Like, I just think it's so adorable, and I love houses that have like magical, fun colors that just kind of like pop with the build, you know? And like, I think it's kind of like you don't really normally see like a pop of color on your build. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think you see it a lot. Like, at least for me, I use a lot of like neutral tones for my build. As you guys can see right now, I'm putting in more terrain tools and working on that jazz, and that is pretty rad. I was very excited about that, so you'll probably see more terrain tools in the future. But anyways, as I was saying, I just love when builds have like kind of a pop of color, and I love doing it, like especially with the siding. I don't know why. It's just so freaking cute, you guys. I'm obsessed. So yeah, but I really love this house a lot, and I used some of the windows from Strangerville or Stranger Things? Strangerville. Oh my God, I'm getting Stranger Things and Strangerville mixed up. I don't even watch Stranger Things, so like, unpopular opinion here, but I didn't really like the show, but like don't shun me, so like don't at me, don't none of that. But anyways, but I did use some of the new windows from Strangerville. It's not new anymore. It's new to me. It's not new to you guys. But yeah, I absolutely love those windows. They're just kind of fun little windows that I feel like you can use it in a ton of different builds. It's very diverse, and at least not the back window, but the windows on the front are kind of diverse, and like they remind me a lot of the windows from City Living, like some of the windows from City Living. So they're kind of similar in that sense. But yeah, I really love it a lot. I really love this build a whole lot. And every time I see this build, I when I was building this also, I was thinking about, okay, maybe you know this. I don't know like what demographic of people watch this show, but like I was thinking of Nikki's house from This Is Us. His house. This is the house that I was thinking it was from. Was like that's what the house I imagine it being like Nikki's house, but like a funner version of it. If you have not watched that show, like literally, it's the best show on the planet. I like cry every time I watch it. It's so amazing. Like literally, you need to go watch it right now. I don't know what the demographics of that show is, but it's probably not the people who watch my videos, but who knows? I'm a weird teenager and I watch weird shows like that. So, hey, I'm doing a peace sign right now. So, like, I'm trying to be cool and I'm not. So, that's just my life. But yeah, anyways, so we're really working on the outside right now. As you guys can see, we're like already 7 minutes in and we're still working on the outside of the build, which is like pretty darn insane because like I don't work on the outsides of my builds like that often, but I'm really trying to get better about doing like terrain tools, terrain paint, like more like what do you call it? Like more plants on the outside of the house, more greenery, kind of all of that stuff because I'm not the best about it. I'm not exactly sure like I'll admit like I don't really know how to be the best at like putting greenery around the house. I just think it's a really annoying thing to do. Like it's not annoying, but it's just like really hard to do and I don't completely understand it. That's the thing. Like I just don't get how to make it look pretty. So, yeah, but of course I had all this ugly dirt from like the terrain paint and I had to fix that somehow because freaking terrain paint does not go over terrain tools ugly dirty dust stuff. So yeah, anyways, I can't speak, but anyways, so I had to put a bunch of plants everywhere because I had to get rid of all of that ugly mud dirt stuff on the outside of the house or on the outside of the train paint because it's ugly. So yeah, we don't want to see that shown. So we just gonna fix that up a bit, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I think this build, even though it's tiny, it's really small. I feel like I experimented a lot with what I did in this build because I used terrain tools. I used a lot of um, what do you call it? I used a lot of terrain paint, terrain tools, and greenery. Like I used a lot of that stuff. So I really kind of tried to work on the outside of this build and make it as pretty as I possibly could. I just really tried to make it as, I don't know, just as experimental as I possibly could. And I think I did a really good job and I'm really proud of this build. So I hope you like it as much as I do because I like it a lot. Um, And on the inside of this build, I love it a lot. Like literally, like the bed is so comfy looking. Like I think it's from Get Famous, but I may be wrong. Like I honestly don't really know. But I love the bed a lot. Like it just looks so cozy. Like I love beds that are in corners. Like I don't know why. I'm just weird. Me and my friend have this obsession with corners, and we just love corners because they're so cozy and comfy. So we're like, beds in corners are just the best. And I recently just renovated my room. Not renovated, but I moved all my furniture around and revamped it up again. And my bed is in a corner. So I'm like freaking obsessed because my bed's in a corner and it's so cozy and it's just, oh, it's amazing. So, anyways, beds in corners is a yes. But yeah, as you guys can see, I did build a little garden area over here because I don't normally do that in my builds. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to build a little garden area and get that going. And, this is like a one sim house, and I kind of feel bad because there's not a lot of like activity things to do. There's not even a computer in there. I think there is a bookshelf, but that is about it. So it's kind of a boring house. And that's something I've been trying to work on recently with my builds is trying to get more like objects, like more fun objects into my houses instead of just the boring old like bed, couch, furniture kind of thing, like instead of just the necessities, but also getting like some of the fun items in my houses. But I also build like really weird houses, so like I don't know. But this house I have to say that I love a lot. And again, as I said, this is probably like one of my dream houses. If I could build a dream house, this would be it. Maybe, possibly, probably a little bit bigger actually. The one thing that I complain about with myself is I would need an area for a desk so that I could work on my writing in my dream life. My whole thing would be I would have to have an area for my desk so that I can work on writing and Sims videos, and that would be my dream life. If all I had was a desk and a computer and food, I'm set for life, you guys. So maybe that's all I need to do in my life, you know. I hope that's what I can do in my life, you know, just go out in nature and live in a tiny house and just write books all day. That would be actually so much fun, and I would love that with my life. And also, it would be really cool if you lived in a tiny home, especially like one that's mobile, because if you lived in a tiny home that was mobile, then you could go to different places and then you could go to Portland, Oregon, or you could go to like some random place in the middle of nowhere. But then it would also be kind of frustrating because you'd have to hook up your tiny house to like a plumbing system. So that would also be a bit of a problem. I don't know. I'm just too practical, you guys. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, this is my tiny home if I had one, and I love it a lot. A little bit bigger, and then it would be a perfect house for me. But as you guys can see, I'm just kind of putting in some of the basic furniture right now. I'm just trying to figure out the layout of the house, and I put curtains over the archway, which I love to do because I think it really adds some kind of good vibes to the house. I don't know, it just kind of adds a little bit more decor to the house instead of just having a plain archway. I don't know, it's just something that I like to do. And I also added the bathroom in here. The bathroom is a little bit squishy, as you guys will see. So I'm a little hesitant about that bathroom, but it's fine. You know, in tiny houses, they don't have the most convenient things in the world, so it's fine. But I love this house. I keep saying that. Oh my goodness. I seriously think this is probably one of my favorite builds, actually. I can't really see what's going on in build, so I can't really talk about it because like my computer's really slow when it's like going through the video. So, anyways, but as you guys can see, I'm currently putting in the dresser, and for the furniture, I kind of wanted to go for more of a rustic kind of vibe, and I wanted everything to like kind of be squishy and fit inside everything because obviously this is a small house, so we have to fit everything in there. And I don't know, I just like it a lot. There's a lot of clutter around the place, and it just kind of it looks very homey to me, you guys. You know what I was also thinking? As I was also thinking is that if this was my tiny home, my tiny dream home, then I would also need it to be bohemian themed because I love me some bohemian themed rooms. I was about to say I love me some Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm like, oh my goodness. No, but seriously, bohemian themed, yes. But that just reminded me, like I went to prom last year. Ew, I have to go to prom again. I so don't want to go to prom, you guys. But you girls gonna have to go because I probably just have to go. I don't know. No one's forcing me, but I just feel like I have to go. But anyways, as I was thinking back to prom, the last song they played at my friend's prom, we go to different schools, is the last song they played at her prom was Bohemian Rhapsody. Like apparently they play that at every last dance at their school. So I don't know, it's not new to them, but it was a lot of fun. And I was just thinking about that because that was a lot of fun. Like everyone was just dancing like crazy and it was great. And I was so tired by the end of the night, you guys. I don't know why I'm talking about prom, but oh my God, I was just thinking if they had prom in The Sims, I would freaking cry because like I remember in The Sims 3 when they had prom in The Sims, and then they would be like, your sim became prom king or prom queen, and it was just like such a rewarding moment, and you're just looking down at your sim, and you're just like, I love you so much, like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I want to play Sims 3, but I do want to have a video out. I've actually been trying to record it for like 2 years now, and I've just never recorded it because like I'm scared. I'm scared that my Sims 3 is gonna crash, but I really want to play Sims 3, and I haven't played it like in about 2 years, so. Um, I really wanna play it, you guys. So I wanna do that for our video is play The Sims 3 because that's fun. And maybe I'll do a Sims 3 themed Let's Play. I don't know. It's up to you guys, but I'm horrible with Let's Plays, as you guys know on my channel. I try to get through them, I just can't. I'm horrible about it, but it's just hard because like it's mostly the editing part of it that I get really tiresome of. So hopefully, like if I do, I hope I my goal this year is to get through a couple of my Let's Plays this year is like finish them, like especially my city living Let's Play that's been going on for like 4 years now, 3 years, I don't know how long. So yeah, but I'm really excited about that because like it's so sad, but it's so happy. And also my Sims are so dysfunctional, so it's like, oh my God, it's a whole story and everything. But as you guys can see, we are working on the kitchen area right now, and I'm just trying to fit everything in there because it's very squishy and stuff like that. And I keep using the word squishy. I don't know why I keep using that word, but it's a thing now. So hashtag squishy. Um, but so yeah. Anyways, I do use a lot of furniture that I haven't used in The Sims 4. So I think that's really cool, and I'm just like obsessed. I use the couch from Cats and Dogs, which I love a lot. Like, I never use it. It's just kind of like an old grandma couch, and it's just so happy looking, you guys. It is literally the cutest. I don't know. I'm obsessed. I have a lot of things that I'm obsessed with, especially anything to do with The Sims. It was actually kind of funny because I was talking to my parents about The Sims for Yoda, the Sims 4 Baby Yoda for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but I was just talking to him and I was like, I don't like or like I'm not really a big fan of Star Wars, but I was like obsessed with it. Like when it first came out, I was like, "Oh my God, The Sims 4 Baby Yoda, it's adorable, you guys. I love it so much." So yeah, and I think I mistaken it for being a gnome for the longest time, but I don't think it's an actual gnome. So I don't know. Get back to me on that. Someone get back to me on that because I don't know if it's a real sim or if it's a gnome or I don't know. But it's something. So we're all just I don't know. But anyways, we are coming to the end of this build, kind of ish. As you guys can see, I'm just putting a bunch of clutter items on top of the little coffee table thing. I like using coffee tables. I think, yeah, now you can put you can put TVs on coffee tables. Actually, has that always been a thing? I think that's actually always been a thing. I thought they added that with the new update when it come with Tiny Living, but I don't think so. I don't know. But anyways, we do have a good looking TV in here. I wanted to put like a grandma TV in here, but it just looked too small for whatever reason though, even though this is a really small space. I don't know. But anyways, like I don't know, just a lot of these items are super cute and like also that what do you call it? That little stereo thing, the one with like the I don't know what they're called. The one with like the speaker thing, like the I don't know, it looks like an instrument kind of thing. Um, the oh my goodness, why can't I think of the name? It's like a music player. You guys can kind of see it right now. It's like one of those little music things, and I am obsessed with that. I use that in a lot of my builds because I don't know, it's just so much fun and it's just so happy and I don't know, I'm obsessed with like anything that's old style. Like I love, love like old style things. Like I just think it's so cool. Like old technology is just so enchanting to me and I just think there's such like personality with old things because people did it in such weird, outrageous ways. Like honestly, like I don't know, but like that's how they knew at the time and like so they didn't know how to do like things that we know how to do nowadays and so there's just so much different things that went on, and I don't know, I'm rambling on. But anyways, we're onto the bathroom, and as I said, the bathroom is a bit squishy. I use the shower from university from Get University, Discover University. It's called Discover University. And I did player test it in the end, as you guys will see, and it does work, and the toilet works, and everything works, so everything should be working. I didn't player test the kitchen, but I did player test everything else. The bed works, so I don't know. I think it's all good, so I hope so. Oh yeah, and that tile from, oh my God, I love that tile. It came in a base game update. I love that tile in the kitchen. You guys, it is literally my favorite. I am obsessed. And it's in the bathroom as well. So I don't know. It's just so cute. And I don't know if it necessarily goes with the style of this home, but it works. It's fine. We're all chill. Honestly, I don't know when that came in an update because I don't remember. It must have been recently. Because I've seen a lot of people use that in their builds, but like honestly, oh my God, I've been watching so many build videos recently and I'm getting so inspired to play or build more things because building is so much fun, you guys. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. So I hope you guys all have a magical day and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.